When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Right guys, so we are back with this little tiny thing, which is just amazing. This time it's in a completely different environment. Now we've kind of got it set in our pedal rig, and you might notice that we're running one of these new premium gems as well. We're just getting a ton of love at NAMM, and I'm giving it a ton of love. I'm giving it more love than I should actually, because it's not really mine, but it will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine. So basically we're running as we would into the front of house with an emulator or any type of kind of, well, you know yourself, the pod or your Axe effects or whatever, but this time we're doing it with just this tiny little IRT. So instead of coming out of the USB into a digital audio workstation, and now coming out of the emulated output directly into a load box, directly out of this amazing front of house rig we've got here at Jam Studios, which is just absolutely brilliant. So if you ever need any type of rehearsal space or big room boom, get over to Jam in St. Helens, because it is definitely the place to be hanging out. So we've got a Cornstar in front, which might be your chosen drive of choice. That's the company, guys over at Green Carry Pedal Company, which is an amazing piece of kit. Might have a blues driver in there if you like your Boss flavour, which again is a sweet pedal. I'm normally an OD kind of guy, but the blues driver is absolutely mint. Then I'm running into the front of my Ironheart preamp, which is a valve-powered preamp, which has got a tube USB, but we've covered that in another video. I'm going direct out of the output, then into my input of my digital delay pedal, which is my Wazacraft DMTW, which is sweet. It's kind of got that modulated delay thing going on. So that's just giving me a kind of an analog wash delay. And then I'm running directly out of there, straight into a Behringer Ultra DI box, going into a front of house PA rig. And that's it. This will fit on a pedal train mini. And that's it. If I wanted a stereo rig, I just put another one of these in the chain, and I run into another delay pedal, and I run out of that into the secondary amp. I've then got a complete stereo rig in something that's about the same size as my arm. Bear in mind, it's a unit's arm, but it's still not excessive. It's not as big as that kebab you ate, babe.
Tasty kebab.
I'm going to show you a picture of the kebab that he ate, and he finished it as well. So that's what that sounds like. So what we're going to do now is, again, just going to go through some of the tones. So what you heard then in the intro was literally just me waffling on over an A Lydian kind of groove, with none of the other effects engaged, none of the pre-effects engaged. A little bit of delay on the Boss Waza. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the gain down on the IRT-Pulse, so this gives me a slightly cleaner drive. And I'm going to kick in the blues driver. So it's acting like the front end of an amp. Let's take that drive down a bit further. Let's take the hot button off, which is our crunch channel. If you head on over to the other vid, you'll know what we mean by that. So now I've got a clean tone. Now I'm going to engage maybe the Cornstar, give that some beans. So it's acting exactly the same way as the front of an amp would. The power amp is being supplied by the place we're at. Everywhere's got power amps and PAs now. Never used to be the day, but never used to be the way back in my day where you used to kind of have to lug loads of gear around. Every kind of place you're playing now has pretty much got a decent rig. So there's not a lot more to say in this video. It is absolutely awesome. It sounds like the front end of an amp. It's powered by whatever you're throwing it into. You can put whatever effects you want in it. You treat it like the signal chain of an amp, putting your delays after the preamp, but before the power amp, and your drives in front of the preamp. It's exactly the same way as you've always done it, or if you're not already doing it that way, have a go. You'll find that your delays or time-based effects work a little bit better that way. So there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to keep it on clean, take the gain up a tad, stick my Cornstar on and just play some grooves. See you next vid, guys.